Yeah, well, let's move on and talk about Rhythm Heaven Groove, which was also in the Direct, but I got to play Rhythm Heaven at the same event. I played Star Fox a few weeks ago. I played Rhythm Heaven for about 45 minutes, and man, this game's so good. It is going to be really, really awesome when it comes out. I love Rhythm Heaven. Mega Mix on 3DS is one of my favorite games on that system, and one of my favorite parts about that game is the multiplayer, which you could do through download play. If you had 2 3DSs, you only had to have one copy of the game and you could play it together. And my wife and I played that all the time together when we were dating in college. It's super fun. But now it's couch co-op. There's like 80 multiplayer, maybe not 80, but there's a bunch of multiplayer co-op and competitive mini games that you can just play with everyone, have a Joy-Con on the couch, because it's like a one-button game, so it really doesn't matter what controller you're using. And it's just that like wacky Nintendo WarioWare infused just absurdity that you never know what's going to happen next. And like one of the competitive games was you're seeing who can grab the cake off the table closest to the alarm going off. So the alarm will start counting down from like 15 seconds, and then eventually it will disappear. So then you're just counting in your head, like here it is, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you all grab the cake, and whoever is the closest on either side, over or under, gets the cake, and then their little Elvis hairdo grows to be longer, like after they grab the cake. And it's like, why is that happening? But it's just so great that it does, and everyone else falls out of their chair onto the ground. Just really, really entertaining. Or there's one where you're these 4 ninjas protecting the Emperor from these villains who are shooting arrows at you. And then you have to like slice through their arrows with your katana on the exact beat. That's great. There's one where you're like a turnip with an umbrella and you're like dancing in the rain, but you don't want to get rained on. So you have to open your umbrella at the exact right moments, which is, it's Rhythm Heaven. Like it's exactly what you want out of the first Rhythm Heaven in 10 years. And one of the coolest parts is I got to play like a full world of levels, which is like five games. And it's like the turnip one. It's the one we saw in the initial reveal trailer where it's just all these little circle guys jumping through hoops. There's a dog catching a frisbee, and there's a dinosaur who's like eating flowers. And all 4 of these games play to their own beat. Like you're doing it on like 2 and 4 in a lot of them. You're doing them on like off beats on another. And then there's this remix, which mixes all of them together, and it plays this like J-pop song, and it's just constantly like flipping between all 5 games. And you have to like remember the individual rhythm for each one. And it's just super satisfying. The music is, I think, the best Rhythm Heaven's ever seen. It's just awesome. Whoa. Like this game's out on July 2nd in just a few weeks, and it's on Switch 1. It's the last Switch 1 game we know about. I think it's just going to be really, really fantastic.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited. It looks so stupid and amazing.
Yeah.
It's stupid in the good way.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
in the very good
silly.
way.
I think like looking at some of these mini games again, because this sort of just like, this is one of those things when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm in day one. But I didn't really stop to actually look at what is happening specifically, and it is amazing. That cake thing is going to be a huge hit in my household.
Yeah. I
cannot wait for this. This is like, I mean, I'm a massive WarioWare fan. Mm-hmm. So, and anything that sort of scratches that itch is always going to have a place in my heart.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's Rhythm WarioWare. If you haven't played it, I think it's $40. This is not a full price Nintendo title. So yeah, you got to dip into this one. It's going to be one of my favorite games of this year, I think. It has like the same text to speech sort of voice as Tomodachi Life. They're just really into that weird uncanny vibe right now. Like the narrator of all the story and stuff has that same robotic rhythm as the Mii's do in Tomodachi, which I thought was interesting. But
sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And there's so many games I've not seen yet. I also saw the RPG mode, which is called Beat Spell. They showed this off a little in the Direct. It's I think not really a full RPG like it's maybe being billed as. It's just another mini game that plays out like turn-based RPG battles where you're learning spells, and it's like XXY is like your fire, and then XY is to heal, and then you're hitting these to the beat as you're fighting these very basic like RPG slime Dragon Quest level enemies. It's cool. It's just another mini game. But it kind of seems to me the progression is going to be you play all the normal games to rank up and unlock stars to eventually earn your way to the next RPG level. And I think that's going to be like beating the game is when you reach the end of the RPG. But who really cares about that? It's all about the stupid mini games and playing with your friends and family.
Yep.
So that's Rhythm Heaven Groove out in just a few weeks. We're going to talk about Star Fox, which is out next week. But first,
Thanks for watching this clip from Nintendo Voice Chat. Be sure to catch the full episode over at youtube.com/IGN Games. New episodes of NVC drop every Friday on IGN Games, IGN.com, and your favorite podcast platforms. With the Nintendo Switch 2 finally here, there is so much to dive into. We appreciate you tuning in, and don't forget, NVC is the only place you can get the thing.